evening, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the International School Dublin's first ever virtual exhibition evening. My name is Kristen Schwab, and I am the head of school at ISD. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we find ourselves spread apart tonight, hopefully in the safety and comfort of your own homes. But how wonderful we can be here together. And thank you so much for attending and providing support for our students and our school. I'm really excited to see in our audience tonight, we have over 176 participants so far, because we were able to send virtual invitations to not only our present day community, but also to international schools around the world that we interact with, and to ISD alumni. And I see a lot of really familiar faces, which is so lovely. These are our 4 grade 6 exhibition students: Charlie Kerwin from Canada, Genesis Duran from the United States, Rafaela Pistor-Pico, who was born in Mexico and has German nationality, and Anas Alawadi from Kuwait.
That was wonderful, Genesis. Thank you so much. Now we're going to move over to Rafaela Pistor-Pico.
Do you want your future planet to look like this or like this? Hi, my name is Rafaela. I'm going to be talking about the causes of climate change, different perspectives on climate change, and personal choices that affect climate change. So, what even is climate change? Climate change can be a normal process like the ice ages that happened thousands of years ago. It is totally normal that our Earth warmed up very slowly. Since around the 1800s, people have been burning coal. Now, we are burning even more fossil fuels, such as petrol, diesel, and aviation fuel. After all the fossil fuels that have been burned, more carbon dioxide spreads into the air. I will now start talking about the causes of climate change. Some of the causes of climate change are deforestation and greenhouse gases. For example, carbon dioxide is given out by cars. Another example is a gas called methane, which is given out by cows when they burp. Cows burp a lot. There are 94.8 million cows in the whole wide world, so you could probably imagine how much methane gas will be spreading around our air. When people burn any kind of fossil fuels, carbon dioxide spreads into the air. The reason carbon dioxide is called a greenhouse gas is because it traps heat from our sun and warms our Earth. Trees produce oxygen for us humans and animals. Trees also absorb the carbon dioxide. That's why the more trees we have, the better. Have you ever seen yellow ribbons around trees and wondered why? Well, I found out that people put yellow ribbons around trees that might get cut down or to express their love for trees. We all love trees and know why they're important, but some people want to cut them down to make more space for buses. Also, millions of trees are planted in forests, and they get cut down to make paper and other things, so that's why we shouldn't be wasting paper. In fact, climate change is also caused by people caring more about money than other people's lives. For example, big oil companies make huge amounts of money. They are so greedy that they deny science to argue that oil is good. Now I'm going to move on to personal choices that affect climate change. Personal choices affect climate change in many ways. For example, we all have the choice to either recycle or not recycle. But a lot of people don't care about climate change or don't believe in climate change, so that's why they wouldn't recycle. As some of you might know, there is good news about recycling. For example, we put garden waste and food waste in our brown bin. This makes compost, which is very good for flowers and vegetables. Now that we're talking about flowers, next to my grandma's house in Mexico, there's a bush with edible flowers. When we put the right things in our green bin, they can all be used again. But if you throw one non-recyclable item in the recycle bin, everything in that bin will probably end up in landfill. This causes a lot of that pollution and is harmful to animals, which would probably lead to them dying. All the things that we put in our black bin don't have to go to landfill. They can go to a place called a waste-to-energy center. There's one near Dublin Bay. Here, they burn it at a really, really, really high temperature. This causes much less pollution than landfill. They do release carbon dioxide, unfortunately, but they stop even more dangerous gases like methane from being released. They also use the heat to generate electricity. In the Pacific Ocean, there's a huge place filled with so much trash. It's called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It is 1.6 square kilometers. Sadly, 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals are affected a year. My last line of inquiry is about different perspectives on climate change. Climate change was discovered by scientists. An Irish scientist called John Tyndall discovered in the 1860s that carbon dioxide absorbs infrared rays. This means it warms up. Thousands of scientists have shown us the evidence that climate change is caused by human activity. Frau Macke is the Chancellor of Germany. She used to be a scientist, so she definitely believes that climate change is caused by humans. Somebody who cares a lot about climate change is Greta Thunberg. Instead of flying to New York on an airplane, she sailed to New York on a boat. A lot of people believe that being vegetarian or vegan helps to reduce climate change. This is because eating plants adds much less carbon dioxide into the air than eating meat does. Unfortunately, cows put methane as well as carbon dioxide into the air. Ireland has a very big meat and dairy industry. It is hard to know how Irish farmers can adapt to make enough money so that they can live. After all the research I've done, I now realize climate change is one of the most important issues for all our futures on planet Earth. Irish politicians are becoming more aware about this as well. So it is now more important than ever that we continue to take action to protect our Earth. Also, because the inquiry cycle is never ending, I will continue to take action to protect our Earth. I would especially like to say thank you to the whole IC community, my mentor Michael, my parents that helped me set up my exhibition, my brother that did not disturb me while I was working, my teacher Miss Chrissy, my old teacher Miss Charlotte, and my classmates. Thank you everybody for listening. I hope I taught you something new today.
Wow, that was wonderful, Rafaela. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions for Rafaela, please put them in the chat box.
Okay, next we have Rafaela. So Rafaela, if you could turn on your camera and microphone, please. Hello,
Yeah.
Rafaela.
Hi.
Okay. So the first question I have for you is, what changes have you and your families made in your personal life to help combat climate change?
Well, so there's this company called Go Car, and every morning, instead of buying a car for us to drive it to school and other places, my dad, he drives us to school with that company's car that you can rent and other people can use. So you wouldn't have to buy your own car, which would be better for the environment, I guess.
Excellent, and that's really cool because it connects to Genesis's exhibition as well. Okay, the next question we have for you, Rafaela, and a few people asked this question, is how do you think COVID-19 has impacted climate change? So maybe things like people staying inside, there being less travel.
Well, I think COVID-19 helped climate change a lot because now that a lot of us are in lockdown, we wouldn't have to go outside, which would probably mean that not many cars would be driving around. So less carbon dioxide, and also, yeah, I think that's it. There's probably more, but that's the one I think I can think of right now.
That's really good, Rafaela. That's really good insight. And it's good that there's some positives to what's been a tricky situation for us.
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sun ain't changed in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We're south of the equator, navigator. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. A deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We got two in the front, two in the back, sailing along and we don't look back. Flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see.
Throughout the whole process, you showed flexibility, resilience, and creativity. You're amazing. Well done for being the pioneers of our first virtual exhibition. You're all fantastic, and I honestly feel so honored to have been your teacher. I know that you're going to go on to do great things, so good luck, and we'll miss you so much. Bye.
Hallo Rafaela, das war eine tolle Sache. That was really excellent.
Yes, congratulations, Rafaela. I'm very happy for your work.
You did a fabulous job. And actually, we were kind of wondering where you were all of this time, because you would disappear into your room for hours and hours, and we wouldn't see you again. Exactly. And we were thinking, what is she doing?
Yes, it's very strange, because always she liked to stay with me or with you, talking for everything, and now we disappears. She disappears.
As it turns out, she's talking with Michael. Michael, her expert and her guidance, and the one who helped Rafaela very much.
Absolutely.
But in the end, Rafaela, you did the work, and we are very, very proud of you. You did a great job. It was the first big project that you did, and this will help you a lot for your next phase in the next portion of your new school.
Exactly.
Right?
Rafaela, for this reason, we have a very nice surprise for you.
Should we show her now?
Yes, absolutely. The Harold Haribi.
This is the present that you earned.
Yeah.
Look, with all this hard work that you did, you get a big bag of Haribo Gummibärchen.
Gummibärchen, exactly.
Ganz gut gemacht, Rafaela.
Super.
Wir sind ganz stolz auf dich.
Muy bien, Rafaela. Felicidades. Estamos muy felices.
Und herzlichen Glückwunsch. Well done, and we see you in the next school.
Exactly.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
You were our first ever virtual exhibitioners, our pioneers, and we're very, very proud of you. Bye.